ways for you to follow me. I've got Flickr, I've got Facebook, I've got the MySpace going. Yes, indeed. 29,340 people cannot be wrong. They check out JiggyJaguar.com on a regular basis, so you should too. You can call us at 1-866-763-1242. You can email us at JiggyJaguar.com. You can also check us out, as always.
We got a little loose time, don't we?
Yeah, we got like 10, 20 minutes.
I've got a surprise for you. You say you got surprises for me.
Oh, shit. What are you doing?
This is the new Ross intro.
This is the new Ross intro.
On the theory that, if 10 people tell you you're drunk, lay down. So, basically, this is the new Ross intro.
What is
that? Okay.
People tell you you're drunk?
I know. I do not generally allow my visage to be publicly presented, but this is necessary. And we're going to do a poll on this, I think. I think if you think it's appropriate, we'll do a poll on this.
We'll do a poll on it.
Okay. The new Ross intro. It's musical. They call me Dr. Love. They call me Dr. Phil.
I like that. That's good.
Am I Dr. Phil? Do I look like Dr. Phil?
I don't think you look like Dr. Phil.
Why do all these Negroes think I look like Dr. Phil?
Beast Mode thinks you look like Dr. Phil.
Do I look like Dr. Phil? I mean, yeah, I've got the anger there.
We'll do that. We'll put it up
and I
on the
like
website.
to say, you're bad. That's very bad of you.
Next week, we're going to put it up.
You're a hussy and a bad woman.
Do you look like Dr.
And your relationships are bad. Bad.
Yeah.
You see, I've got that Dr. Love, the Dr. Phil thing.
You've got the Dr. Phil thing, yes. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, this segment of the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar show brought to you by our good friends at the Hutch W, HutchW.com. Friday, December 31st, New Year's Eve at the W with Grammy Award-winning and multi-platinum recording artist Brian White. I'll tell you, Brian White is fabulous. He is going to be there live. Also joining Brian on stage will be Nashville singer-songwriter Corey Inkstead and Ashley Hunsaker. Yes, indeed. She is a perv magnet.
And she sings?
Yes, she is
and
quite
she's a big
hot.
perv magnet?
Right there.
Oh, dang. She is a big perv magnet.
Maybe might be skipping the essay crunk going Hutch. Also, the MC for the evening will be Tegu Hayes, who is a hell of a funny dude, and doors open at 8, show starts at 10. Tickets for this thing are $50. It includes a gourmet appetizer bar all evening and a champagne toast with Brian White at midnight. You can call 620-665-THE-W. That's 620-665-8439 for reservations.
Wow, they actually feed you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Is Scott still on here? Not anymore.
Brenda Palmer. KJAG Radio, this is James.
Hello, James. This is Steve Palmer with Steve Palmer Band.
Hey, look at that. I was just getting ready to call you here in a little bit. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. I'm really glad you guys are taking a minute with me.
Well, I'm kind of ticked at myself that you called me before I called you. But
hey, listen, it works out.
I guess it does work out. Let's just get into it. Steve Palmer on the horn with us. StevePalmerBand.com. He is a hell of a guy. I have enjoyed this guy's music for a heck of a long time. He's got a brand new CD coming out in March of 2011, and this guy is amazing. He is got a. Well, tell us about this deal that you've got coming up where you're raising money for Save the Children and St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital.
Well, we started, James, about 1 month ago.
Yeah.
And we started to try to raise money. It's an unusual way to do it, but we're trying to get our song called In Love out. In Love is about the things that unify all the religions and all people in the world. And we hope that people will come to our website, StevePalmerBand.com, download it, and every time there's a download, we're going to raise 5 cents up to 200,000 people, meaning we're going to try to raise $10,000 for St. Jude's and Save the Children.
Wow. That's a heck of a deal, my friend. Now, you can check out more on Steve at stevepalmerband.com. He is just going across the United States, going all over the place. This guy has enjoyed a successful stint this year. He's been on stage with such acts as Blues Traveler, Sister Hazel, Bob Schneider. He's played the East Coast. He's been in Hartford, Connecticut, Charlotte, North Carolina. He's been all over the damn place. And Steve recently celebrated his first Hollywood Music and Media Award nomination with a stellar performance of the lead-off track. And I'll tell you, you were on the red carpet November 18th in Hollywood. You were all over the place, my friend. How's it feel to be out there getting all this acclaim?
That was a real trip for us. You know, some of us are from Nashville, some of us are from Maryland. I'm from Virginia, and I went to school in the Midwest. So I'd say most of our guys are laid back. When we went to L.A., it was a little bit of a culture shock, but we enjoyed the hell out of it. We got to play. We got to play out there. That's the first thing, the great thing that happened. Secondly, we did get nominated. But thirdly, we got to show people our new album that's coming out in 3 months, and it's called Apparition, and it's rock and roll, but it's also top 40, a lot of dance rhythms, and we hope they'll like it.
You can get more information at stevepalmerband.com. Steve, you've done some incredible things in your career. You've shared the stage with some incredible acts. Tell me about how you got started in the business, my friend.
That's a good question. I'm glad to hear that you think maybe we're out there. We're trying to get our name out. Since I was about 18, I've been trying to break through into the business and get my music out. And it's just now that it's happening many years later. But, hey, better late than never. That's what I always say. We recorded with some great musicians down in Nashville. I do country as well, but right now we're promoting our rock and roll album. And that's what I do. That's first nature to me. That's what I grew up with. Peter Frampton, Kansas, Billy Joel, Bruce Springsteen, Bob Dylan, guys like that are sort of the bedrock of American rock and roll. And from there, we got a touring group together that's based in Maryland, and we're crisscrossing the United States last year, and I hope to get a new booking agent and really take the show on the road next year to promote the album.
Well, tell me about this album. How did this come together for you?
I think it was a slow painstaking process. I first recorded Apparition in Virginia, and I went immediately to the industry and tried to get some help. I needed help promoting. I needed help getting on the road.
Yeah.
I needed help distributing the thing.
Well,
unfortunately, a lot of the small acts out there nowadays, they do it all themselves.
Yeah.
I don't support that because I think musicians should be musicians and songwriters should write. And we try to reach people, their heart and their daily lives, what they do every day. But, you know, irregardless, that's what I had to do. I put together a record label called Arrhythmia Records, and from there we recorded it, and actually ended up in Philadelphia, recorded a little bit there, in Maryland, but we finished it up, and we just finished it a month ago, and it's slated for release March 1st.
We're speaking with Steve Palmer Band. Steve, you can check out more information on Steve, stevepalmerband.com. He is going to be doing all sorts of different things. Tell me a little bit about this. We touched on it at the top of the interview, but tell me a little bit about this Save the Children St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital thing you're doing, and how important is that to you, my friend?
Well, for 5 years, I've been contributing to about 5 different organizations. One is Leukemia Lymphoma Society, one's Children's Hospital of L.A., and then I've got Lord and Fine Arts. Lord and Fine Arts is really interesting. They turned a prison into an art center for artists and people that couldn't afford to do what they love to do. And I always feel for artists and musicians that are trying to get their stuff out there, but they're struggling with life. So anyway, for about 20, 30 years ago, my brother actually, as a college student, served on the board of Save the Children. He was on the Thai-Cambodian border when there was all this tension and conflict going on with the Khmer Rouge and communist forces that were doing some rough stuff. And he was working in the refugee camps, and he went on to work for Save the Children and went to a lot of their operations all over the world. and he currently is now back on the board. He loves it. A lot of really wonderful people, Cokie Roberts, a lot of people that the Shrivers I know are very involved, but a lot of people that just care about helping and spreading good fortune. So what we're trying to do is get people to download the song free, and we have a video called In Love that we just shot up in Michigan. I love Michigan, and the family's from Michigan, actually. So, you know, that's what we're trying to do, and every time it's downloaded, we're going to give 5 cents. We're going to raise it and give it, but we're sure we can raise it. We're going to give it to Save the Children of St. Jude's, which is a Tennessee outfit in Memphis, and we just love them, and they've done great things for children for years.
Well, that's cool. Now, tell me about this Hollywood Music and Media Award nomination. How did this come about for you? Because this is kind of a big deal. They just don't give those out to people.
Well,
because if they did, I'd be getting one, and I don't even do music.
I'm sorry?
I was just making a dumbass comment. I said they don't just hand those out to people, because if they did, I would be getting one, and I don't even do music.
Well, the wonderful thing about it is they're trying to...
You're such a pro. You just keep rolling. That's what I love about you, brother.
And we're an independent artist right now.
Yeah.
We're trying to get some help on the national, international level, but we're trying to get out there. So they nominated us for our song Apparition. It's a top 40 song. They also, try to bring attention to the industry of media and music. How does media bring music to the people? And frankly, I don't think they've done such a good job. I think there are a lot of great small acts that should be on the radio more. I could name 100 of them, but Tegan and Sarah, Death Cab for Cutie, Rachel Yamagata. She's a small artist that has a voice. She's as beautiful a voice as Nora Jones. And there's all these small artists that I wish they get more access to the international and the national big stations. And that's why we try to go around and knock on the door of small stations like 95 FM in Salina, Kansas. And we're trying to show them that there's a lot of good music out there, not just
I love it.
here on the big
love it. Now, tell us about this this video you just did. You've got an interesting holiday tune. You made a music video for it. How was the music video process?
Well,
and did it cost you $5,000?
We go out there and we had a whole lot of fun. Myself and a filmer. I had ideas, I had concepts. I had some little businesses I went to.
Yeah.
We had TCM in Traverse City. We went and talked to them. And what we try to do is bring a video about what the song's all about. And it's about people just getting together and feeling good and helping each other and not fighting. And that's what everyone thinks the holidays are all about, whether it's Christmas or Hanukkah. And that's what we hope it'll be. I was walking through the snow and I was singing. I was out on the lake in Traverse City, Michigan, and I was, had my guitar, and it was cold. But we had a blast.
Now, you're doing some incredible stuff over there. You can find Steve Palmer all over the social networking sites, the Facebooks, the Twitters, the YouTubes, all these different places. Do you do your own tweeting and Facebooking and all that, or are you one of these artists that pays people to do their social networking for them?
I do all of my own blogs and tweeting.
Okay.
But I will say that what my webmaster will do is he'll take my blog. I do a paragraph every single 2 weeks, I'd say. And he'll take snippets and he'll put it on Twitter because he thinks maybe I'm too long. So he'll digest it.
Yeah, because you only got 140 characters, brother. You only got 140 characters.
People have a short attention span, and that's a good thing about radio. You can move from one thing to another. But he helps me out, and for sure he does a lot of things that I don't personally do, but he takes what's going on in my life and the words that I put down, and he gets it to the people. Well,
we're gonna play one of Steve's songs. Hold on a sec, brother. We're gonna play one of Steve's songs here real quick. It's In Love, and it's on the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Show.
Jiggy Jaguar, on the air from London to the Florida coast. You get the most when you podcast with Jiggy Jaguar from JiggyJaguar.com. Email kjagradio@kjagradio.com. Jiggy Jaguar.
Speaking with Steve Palmer from StevePalmerBand.com. Steve, you're an incredible songwriter, my friend, and just some of the stuff that you're doing just amazes the crap out of me. I've been a big fan of yours for a while, and I appreciate you making some time for us today. One of the first interviews, it's kind of like it's not an exclusive because there's like 30 other people that are going to interview this guy, and it's not like he signed a deal with me or anything. And Ross isn't doing anything.
You're one of the first, James, I got to tell you.
I'm one of the first.
You're my first radio DJ interview.
Well, thank you for calling me a radio DJ. I really appreciate it. You give me a lot of credit, my friend.
Listen, with the amount of energy you have, you should be at least that.
Okay, well,
you guys
thank
do
you.
a great job, and I love Kansas.
Well, we love Kansas too, but if I could get the hell out of here, I would. the big song. It's out right now. Give us a quick rundown real quick about the, that's funny. I said give us a quick rundown really quick. Awesome.
Dual redundancy.
Dual redundancy. Thank you, Roz. Tell us about this promotion you're doing one more time. It's running through January 31st. You're going to be raising and donating 5 cents from each of the downloads, I'm assuming. Give us information.
Yeah, we've got this song that you played called In Love.
Yeah.
We think it's for all people, whether you're from the Middle East or whether you're from Russia or the United States. And we hope that people will download it. It's a free song we're giving out. And every time there's a download, we're going to give 5 cents, and we're going to raise it and give it to both St. Jude's, which is based in Memphis, Tennessee, but they're well known all over the world, and Save the Children that's been doing just great hunger relief and disaster relief work for decades. And those are the two big ones. And the song is right there at stevepalmerband.com, and you'll see it right on the front homepage.
Well, I'll tell you, Steve, it's been an honor. I appreciate you making some time for us. We're definitely going to have you back because you are a wealth of knowledge that I would love to have on for at least 30 minutes or so just to chat. But as you know, on Sundays we're like a ferret in a Jello fight here. We are running and gunning the entire time. So I appreciate it, Steve. Thanks for making time for us on this Sunday, and have yourself a happy New Year, my friend.
Okay, thanks, James. Thanks
Definitely.
to all your listeners there at 95 FM.
Definitely. Appreciate it. Have yourself a good one.
Bye now.
Thanks, man. Steve Palmer here on the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Show, and we're getting it rolling. Just kind of a jab there to our friends at Rockingham. I don't know. I don't know why I do these things, but it's just kind of a jab over there.
He just called us illegitimate.
I know.
But we are on the air.
We are on the air.
Aren't we?
We're not on 95.5 right now, but
we might be.
I was
after if Elvis comes in.
If Elvis comes in, if we can get Elvis Presley to come back, is that what it is?
No, if we get that Elvis guy to come in.
Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe Elvis was going to come back and say, "Oh, okay, you gotta." I can't do an Elvis impression. It's the worst Elvis impression ever. And you can watch us on our Facebook page, which is kind of odd.
It was surprising with the Elvis expert, as he said, the Asian guys. I've seen Asian guys that cannot speak
Elvis impersonators.
I know, and they cannot speak one word of English, but they can sing "Ain't Nothing But the Hound Dog." It's like Johnny Kim. It's like
Johnny Kim at the Muse Ballroom.
Right, it's like Johnny Kim doing it. It's like the sexist slaves.
Sexist slaves. That's right.
But no, they actually put a lot of energy into it, and it's pretty impressive. It's amazing how the appeal he has to so many other cultures, races, creeds, and
that band
and Jews or Jewish people.
Good thing we're not carried on that one station anymore that's run by that Jewish guy. We were carried on a station at one time that was run by a Jewish guy. And I had one of these rappers on one time, and I think it was Capes. And he was making all sorts of nasty comments about Jewish people. And
the guy pulling an Al Sharpton, huh?
That's right.
Okay.
And he got a hold of me a little bit later, and he's like, "Who was that guy you had on your show?" And I'm like, Capes Palomino from The Real Hoodwide. And he's like, "He's a black guy, right?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Why is he bashing Jewish people?" I'm like, "I don't know." But then his station went out of business the next week. I blame Capes.
That's what you get for censorship.
But Capes is across the street. So.
Oh, well, Capes is...
And he's going to be there for a couple years.
He's going to have some time to do some writing.
He's going to have some time to do some writing over there. We want to thank Steve Palmer from Steve Palmer Band and also our Elvis expert earlier. We have some interesting guests in our studio. They're back from their photo shoot, and we'll be chatting with them in a few. Lisa Snyder from Rock This Magazine is supposed to join us here in just a few moments. And we're going to be talking about... we're going to be doing top takes eventually. We'll probably do it at the top of the next hour because, of course, top takes is supposed to be done at the top of the show. But of course,
what is that?
We have no format.
I never knew.
It's basically where I just come on and bitch about things.
We trash people on this show.
Zaz's Gabor husband. You know?
Oh yeah! Oh my God!
He glued his eyes shut.
As crazy as that.
We've got to talk about the guys in Southern California that are basically ripping off the show. I got a link.
You. Is that what we say to him?
I got a link from somebody who said, "Hey, you got to check this guy out. He's doing your show with Skype calls and everything, live stream, whole 9 yards." And then we're going to be talking about our newsletter. We're also going to be talking about Paul Di'Anno tomorrow night.
I don't know if I'm going to be there.
Oh, you're not going to go Paul Di'Anno?
I have a 1-year-old birthday party to go to.
Uh-oh.
That I might go to. But, you know, I figured that might be more entertaining than Paul Di'Anno.
Bash Paul Di'Anno.
No, he was involved in Iron Maiden when they put out good music.
We're going to be talking about Around the Town, which is the new Access show. And then we're going to talk about Access not being well liked by our community people that are in charge.
You need to brief me on this shit like this.
Then we're going to be talking about some big news that is coming in January very soon.
On who?
On me.
On you?
Yes.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I can't say anything on the air yet because there's people in other towns that are monitoring us.
Spies. That's why you redid your. That's why you redid your Facebook.
That's why I redid the Facebook. Next week on the big show,
when Marcia redoes her Facebook, she has to call somebody.
Just call somebody. That's right.
It's an emergency.
We have Stephen Baldwin, one of the Baldwin brothers, will be on the phone next week.
Like Billy Baldwin and Alec Baldwin?
Yeah, but it's Stephen.
Fox.
And he's kind of... he went all religious. Yeah.
Oh, he did?
He's a conservative and all sorts of shit.
He's
Stephen Baldwin.
Well hated.
And we're going to be talking to that crazy-ass Dean Koontz next week. He's got a brand-new book out, and... his booking agent got a hold of me, and they're like, we want to get Dean back on the show. And I said, why? Why does Dean Koontz want to talk to me again? And she goes, well, when you introduced him last time, you introduced him so cool that he's thought about it, and he wants to come back.
How did
I introduce him? So I went back and I listened to the interview. And I came on and I said, well, it's Jiggy Jaguar show, blah, 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 blah. I said, now we're going to go to Dean Koontz. He's got a brand new book out. He is just like a blowfish at a twine factory. And apparently he thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
He probably got a tickle out of it and laughed for 5 minutes.
So he wants to come back.
That's the effect.
We're going to take a quick little time out. When we come back, we will
have
more.
It's called the Jiggy Jiggle effect.
Jiggy Jiggle. I think we need to get some jigettes. You know, like Tom Likas has the Likettes. Well, the Rockettes. We need to get some jigettes. So we get like the porno girls and people over on the wall. When we get back, we've got more.
And they can play with your clown penis.
That's right.
Jiggy Jaguar
on the big show.
On the air from London to the Florida coast. You get the most when you podcast with Jiggy Jaguar. From Jiggy Jaguar